Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, from Las Vegas, Miracle Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. It's very nice of you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me. It's great to be anywhere. I nearly died from stress. Stress nearly killed me. So I'm just happy to be alive. And tonight, you're going to leave with practical tools for de-stressing, kicking de-stress out of your life. Killer stress, stress killer. Stress can kill you, that's for sure, and I'll share with you later on how stress nearly took my life. But I'm going to share with you ways to kill the stress before the stress kills you. I could be stressed right now. I just got off the plane half an hour ago. We were late departing from Las Vegas, all tucked in my seat, buckled in, and all of a sudden we hear this loud pounding coming from inside a lavatory in the front of the plane. Some guy is pounding on the door from inside, screaming, yelling, cursing, threatening suicide. The flight attendants are scrambling to the front of the plane to see what's going on. They're begging the guy, please, sir, would you stop pounding on the door? Open the door, unlock the door, come out, sir, please. He wouldn't stop. They called the airport police, Homeland Security. We are all ordered off the plane back into the terminal so they could get the guy out of the lavatory and clean up the mess. Turns out, it was the pilot. Stress comes in many forms, from many directions, and sometimes in many disguises. The idea is to recognize stress for when it's happening and for what it is. Sometimes we get complacent. We get so used to stress that we believe it's normal and we just take it. Well, it's not normal and you shouldn't take it. Stress can not only kill you, it can cause diseases like heart disease, stroke, diabetes, acid reflux, ulcers, on and on. In my case, stress nearly killed me. And it's only recently that the American Psychological Association came out and finally agreed and admits that stress does cause cancer. Well, I knew that many years ago, before it was accepted that stress could cause cancer. I knew it, but it's only in the last few years that doctors and the American Psychological Association has admitted that stress does cause cancer. So how do you know when stress is happening to you? How do you isolate it? How do you recognize it? Well, I always say, I'm never where I don't want to be, doing what I don't want to do, with someone I don't want to be with. Simple, isn't it? Well, if you're feeling stressed, and that means your heart is racing, you're sweaty, your stomach is in a knot, you feel tense, wound up, those are all signs of stress, and you should not take it. But you have to recognize it for what it is when it's happening. If I'm not sure why I'm feeling some of these symptoms, I will ask myself, am I where I don't want to be? Am I with someone I don't want to be with? Am I doing something I don't want to do? Well, if it's someone I don't want to be with, we understand what that is. Energy vampires. They'll suck the living life out of you. We all know them. We've had them in our lives. We may have some of them in our lives now. You don't have to put up with it. You need to recognize them for what they are, who they are, and what they can do to you and what they can cause you. Or, if you're where you don't want to be, maybe you're at a function that you really didn't want to go to, but you got talked into it, and now you're stressed. You really don't want to be there. or work, home, the golf course. Hey, I heard golf is stressful. It doesn't matter. Stress is stress, and you should not just take it because it will take the toll on you. Or you're doing something you don't want to do. So I always ask myself, if I'm not sure where this is coming from and why it's happening, am I with someone I don't want to be with? Am I doing something I don't want to do? Am I in a place I don't want to be? Remove yourself. Get out of it. Best way you can. If you can't talk your way out of it, if you can't rectify the situation, then you get your Nikes out. That's what Nikes are for. You put your Nikes on and you run the other way. How many of you are experiencing stress in your life right now? Well, I don't mean at this moment, because I hope I'm not stressing you, but I mean in your life, a little bit, some, a lot. Show of hands, be honest. How many of you have stress in your life? Yes, I see, yes. Well, that's why we're here. There's a lot of stress in this room. I understand. Ma'am, you raised your hand. What is your name? Janice. Nice to meet you, Janice. So, you are experiencing stress in your life, Janice. Share with us a little bit, what is stressing you these days? Your husband. Oh. And is that your husband sitting next to you? I see. How long have you been married? 15 years. Oh, that's a long time. It's a lot of stress. Stress the whole 15? No, just sometimes. Okay. And so, if you don't mind sharing with us, how does your husband stress you? He leaves the seat up. Oh. Wow. I've heard all the stories about how women fall in the middle of the night. I understand. Janice, you should have married me. I don't leave the seat up. I learned the hard way. I got up once in the middle of the night to get a drink of water, and the seat fell down and hit me on the back of my head.